Good morning, everyone. It's Chris. Welcome back. I have a few things going out today on all three platforms that I sell on: Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. So that was a nice past couple of days for sales for sure, to see some things going out on all three platforms.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? Pez dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
So it's a beautiful day. It's Thursday and it's sunny, so we won't be hearing the thunderous rain on the roof of my shop out here. It is really loud out here when it rains, which is not surprising. It's a metal roof, so it has the tendency to, kind of echo with the rain when it falls in. But my roof is insulated with that spray foam, but certainly doesn't do a great job on the sound blocking completely. Of course, it was just raining that hard, especially yesterday. It was crazy. So, quick update on how things are going in my shop in terms of the. Was adding some walls. I'm adding a mini split, heat pump, air conditioner. It's going slowly. I have added, I maybe showed you this before, this wall here, and then I added this frame or this piece for where the actual mini split indoor unit will be. So that part's in. I've run into issue that I just can't get past, which is the electrical piece. I thought I was going to be able to do the full install. And I did do the install on the outside unit for my mini split as well. So that is all in and in place. But back to what I was talking about, the electrical piece, both the outdoor unit and the indoor unit, the electrical aspect is just beyond my pay grade. So I'm going to have to call an electrician to get that taken care of. So that's a bit of a bummer. Obviously the extra cost, but then I have to wait for when the electricians can come out here. So probably going to be a couple of weeks at the least. We also have an above ground swimming pool that we're going to buy a heater for, because it's quite chilly and we only get about 2-3 months at the most of use on it, more like 2 months. So we're hoping to extend that season out a bit by putting in a heat pump. But gonna need the electrician for that, which I already had an electrician last year install a 240 volt outlet, thinking that that's what the heater would need. Turns out that needs to be hardwired too, so that was a whole waste of time and money. But anyway, enough about my electrical woes. Let's get to pulling these orders, and I'm excited for the stuff that's selling on Poshmark. I had brought up a video or two ago that I'm using Poshmark VA. I'm now about 1 week into that. I think 6 days total, and I would say that the results so far are very exciting. So hopefully that'll keep up. But this first item is a Poshmark sale. It is stuff flying everywhere. It's a hat. It's a Stetson hat that I bought at the Goodwill outlet a few weeks ago. And I sold that on Poshmark for, let's see what the total was. Took an offer on it. Sold that for $25 plus shipping on that. So I picked it up for probably 80 cents or something at the Goodwill outlet. So that was a very nice flip on that. And so how this is working on Poshmark VA, again, I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again, is I don't know how the whole sharing of listings is working. I know that is supposedly an important aspect of Poshmark. Is there's a feed, kind of like a news feed on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. There's like a news feed where people can share listings, and then if you're scrolling through your news feed and you see a listing pop up, you might want to click on it because it's something that you're interested in. So that's what is happening. Is one of the things that Poshmark VA sets up is that automatic posting or sharing of listings, not only on your own feed but on other people's. Like, I don't know. You just somehow you're sharing it so that it shows up on other people's feeds. That's one aspect that Poshmark VA does. Again, I can't say how certain I am that is a good feature or not. But back to things that sold on Poshmark, we have these two Prana Brion, Brion pants. They are the same color but two different sizes, and somebody bundled together on Poshmark. They bundled these two together and made an offer, and I accepted that offer, which was what was it? $45 for the two of them plus shipping. So I spent $20 on the two pairs. I spent $10 each. So not a huge profit, but again, I think I mentioned when I showed you these originally when I sourced them, I bought these because I knew they would be a quick flip. The sell-through rate on those is very good. So I only had these listed for at the most 3 weeks. So $20 into probably 35, we're looking at $15. Not a huge profit margin by any means, but I knew it was going to happen quickly. So I was okay if the money was going to come in fast, Again, it's just that philosophy that I don't know if everyone will agree with it or not, but I would rather have the money come in quickly and have it be on the lower amount than money that will just sit there, or listings that will just sit there not selling. So maybe I'll buy something for $5, hope to sell it for 50, and it takes 6 months or more to sell it. Well, then it's it just takes a long time. All right, I am babbling right now. So this next item that sold is the last thing that I just sold on Poshmark, and it's a used pair of Hey Dudes. So still having decent success selling Hey Dudes as long as they're in very good condition or new condition. I sold a pair maybe a week or two ago that was brand new, but it was a small, almost like a kid size. This is an adult size, and those sold for $28 plus shipping. I don't remember. I think I bought those for $6.99 at a thrift store. We have a thrift store called Value Village here, which is the same as Savers and a lot of other places. They're owned by the same organization, but here it's Value Village. Other places I've seen it at Savers. So anyway, those are the three things that I sold on Poshmark just in the last couple of days. What I was gonna say about Poshmark VA, the thing that I think is still really working most successfully for me are the quick offers to people that like my listings. So that seems to be what is selling the most, or seems to be the method that's working for me to sell the most items on there. So, all right. Next, we'll go to the Mercari order. This one I picked up right around a year ago, but I didn't list it for a long time. I didn't list it for a long time because I didn't have the best setup for listing clothing until maybe the last 3 months or so. But it's this LL Bean vintage cable knit sweater. Set this down here and put this away. So I picked this up for probably $4. I know it was no more than 4, might have been 2, but I'm pretty sure it was $4 at a church rummage sale in my area that I love going to, and I'm excited because it's going to be not this weekend, but next weekend it's going to be happening again. So anyway, this is a nice vintage double XL fisherman sweater. Whew. Fisherman sweater is what that is. That was hard for me to remember that term. But it's got like the rolled neck. Here you can see that. To me, that'd be a feature that would bother me. If I was wearing that, I'd be like, well, I want this. I mean, I wouldn't want the neck to be like, I wouldn't want the collar to be like squeezed in my neck, but I would almost be like, I need to fix this the whole time. But apparently that's a feature that some people like. Anyway, that's sold for $42 plus shipping on Mercari. Took an offer on that one. So those were the non-eBay platform sales for the past couple of days, and now I have 6 eBay sales that we'll go over real quick. So this next item is something I bought at the Goodwill outlet, and this one was a more recent purchase. So I learned my lesson, and this is not rocket science. So, but it. The condition is the most important thing in selling your stuff, your clothing, especially quickly when you're sourcing at the Goodwill outlet. So it took me several months to figure that out. I have to admit my slowness on there. But picked these up about a month or 2 ago. They're a pair of Merrell. They're called Encore Gust 2 moccasins. So I like these they're slip-ons. That's the word I'm trying to think of. They're slip-ons, not too bad condition. So those sold for $40 plus shipping, $39.95, and that is probably something I spent maybe $3.50 on. So next item is a Peter Millar polo shirt. My brain is not working today. Words are hard to come by, so I apologize on this video if it's just me having weird looks on my face trying to come up with simple words. But anyway, this Peter Millar crown crafted shirt, polo shirt. So it's this kind of nice blue yellow stripe, and then it has a golf course there. At least I'm assuming it's a golf course. Kauri Cliffs. Kauri Cliffs. That's sold. I picked that up for $8, or I don't know. It was half off, so it's right around $8, and that sold for $20 plus shipping. And again, that was one that I knew it was going to be a quicker flip. In my area, with the thrift stores, they're pricing up. Any name brands that are semi decent, they're gonna price up to almost ridiculous prices. I went to a Goodwill yesterday that I don't normally go to. It's not my favorite Goodwill by any stretch of the imagination, and they were charging $25, $35, $40 for just used like fleece jackets, like a used North Face fleece. They were listed or had for sale for $30. It's just crazy to me. So with that in mind, when I do source clothing at locations like that, I'm really looking exclusively for stuff that has a high sell-through rate that's probably almost for sure going to sell within the next 90 days. So if that's the case, I will go ahead and sacrifice some profit knowing that I'll get the money back quickly. So, next item. This was interesting to me. I almost gave up on this. So I don't even remember where I bought this, but it was at a probably in a lot. Like, I don't think I bought it itself. Issue is I got to find what I did with it, but I'm gonna have to put the camera down while I find this, because it's part of my old inventory, and because of that, it's in one of about 7 different places. So actually, I think I just maybe remembered where it was. I did. I remember where it was. Hey. Okay, so it is this like footed plate. Like I said, I don't remember where I bought it. Hopefully that glare isn't too bad. But it's a Fenton, or F&R Pratt and Company Fenton is the maker of it. So it's here's the description that I wrote, because I did a fair amount of research on it, and it took me a long time to figure out kind of what it is. So it's an antique Prattware. Blind Fiddler is the name of the painting that's on there. F&R Pratt and Company, and this is a Taza Compote. That's what this is called when it's got this kind of small foot on it. Going into a lot of detail about this, because it is... when I bought it, I didn't know what it was. It was just a throw-in, and I sold it for $79. And like I said, I almost gave up on it. There is nothing else like this listed anywhere. It is, I think, based off of my research, from the mid 1800s. So it is old and antique, and just you can't find a comp on stuff like that. So I know there wasn't a lot of money into it. I'll take a look here in my reseller Genie. I'll have kept track how much I paid for it. But I just threw it out there for $79. I had no interest forever. And as part of my goal to try and turn over all of my inventory every 6 months, since this was at least a year old, it might be 2 years old. Because it's so old, I was contemplating donating it. But I just left it out there, and somebody bought it for $79. Didn't even put in an offer on it. So they saw what they wanted and liked it. And it's interesting because it has these like spots right there that I think were originally there were handles they were like handles that were supposed to come out the side here, and that they would have been added on with, you know, the ceramic, the clay, and for whatever reason, maybe they broke off when they were firing it. I don't know, but even with that, it still was desirable enough for somebody to spend $79 on it. So anyway, that was an exciting sale for sure. Let me pause for a second. I'll let you know how much that I paid for it originally. So hold on. All right. Well, I guess it's so old that I didn't have it uploaded into my inventory on there. So anyway, it was probably I didn't spend any more than $10 on it. I know that, but it was probably far less than that. So that was cool. All right, back to my sales. We have another sale that was a multi-quantity purchase of these outdoor flag banners. Not the banners themselves, but I had these 2 holders for the banners. So basically it has these slots for holding 6, I think, different banners are on there. So I have 2 of those that the same buyer bought. So they can hold up to 6 or 12, I should say, outdoor banners, and that sold for $23.80, free shipping. So I bought those. Actually, those were throw-ins with the rest of the banners that I bought. So basically they're free, but all the other banners I bought for 50 cents each. So sold 2 now plus those 2. So I think I spent a total of $6 on everything. So I've certainly made my money back just on that sale alone. This next sale, super surprising, because I don't know of too many plush items that as currently that have like a 100% sell-through rate. Maybe some certain Squishmallows or Five Nights at Freddy's, those types of things. But I randomly came across this at my favorite Goodwill. It's a, hopefully you can see that well. You might recognize this guy. He is Gus the mouse from Cinderella. And it is a Disney store. This one is Canadian, I guess. So there's a Disney store up in Canada. No, there's two addresses on here. One in Pasadena and one in London. I don't know. Anyway, this guy I picked up for $1.99, and he sold in 2 days for $24.95 plus shipping. So that is a bolo if you're out looking for plush and you see Gus. This is a 9-inch variety. Very much 100% sell-through rate. So kind of crazy why he is so sought after. I don't know. So that's cool. And my last item that I sold is something I picked up for $1 last year at a garage sale and finally sold. It's a Wagner Ware little cast iron. These are usually listed as ashtrays. I'm not entirely certain it is an ashtray originally. I think it might be like a something you would use to heat up a liquid of some sort, and then you would dump it after it's heated up because it's got those spouts. But I think maybe nowadays it's collectible as an ashtray. I don't know, but almost all of the listings say ashtray in them. So maybe it is an ashtray. It is specifically a Wagner Ware 1050A. And it only sold for $15 free shipping. I took an offer on it. I originally had it listed for $26 free shipping. It's gonna be about $6 to ship it. It weighs about 9 ounces. But yeah, I don't know. The sell-through rate on them is not great, but you know, Wagner Ware is a very good brand for cast iron. So, and for $1, I thought you can't go wrong with it. But so those are the items that I sold today. Give you a total real quick on my sales. So for eBay, my total was $202. There's a couple of items that had free shipping in there. For Mercari, I sold $42, so we're at $244 total. And on Poshmark, so on Poshmark we're at $88. Add that all together, it's right around $325, $330 for the last couple of days. So not a huge number, but good solid stuff being sent out and sold in the last couple of days. So pretty soon it's gonna be time for me. I'm very excited. I've kept track of my hours for the month of February and my hours worked. So hours that I've spent sourcing, hours I spent shipping, listing, that sort of thing. And I'm gonna tally that all up and do a video on what my hourly rate is for myself for the month of February. I've had a good month, one of my better, probably top 5 months all time in February. So it should be exciting to see what those numbers turn out. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. That video will be coming out probably in about a week or so. But thanks so much for watching. All the viewers out there, every one of you, I value each and every one of you taking time out of your day to watch me fumble around for words here in my shop trying to show you what I sold here, and I hope you're getting some value and interest out of this. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Go ahead and like this video, and we'll see you next time, and hope you all are having a great day out there. Bye-bye.